Hello and welcome to day one of the BETT Show 2009, probably the world's leading educational technology showcase based here at London's Olympia. And it's happy birthday BETT as it celebrates its 25th anniversary. Educational hardware and software has come a long way in the last 25 years, and this year's show is packed with new and exciting products on offer from over 700 suppliers. Well, we'll be featuring some of these in today's programme, but first, here's a taste of what's on offer. Well, I'm here with a man who's been to nearly all 25 BETTs, Ray Barker, Director of the British Educational and Suppliers Association. We're obviously not old enough to have been at the first one, but what was your first show like?
The first show, it was at the Barbican Centre. For then it was a big group because there weren't that many educational technology companies there. I think I checked out there were about 5 or 6 that are still here today.
Well, thinking about this year, what are the main themes?
Future schools, building schools for the future. Exactly what does the 21st century school look like? What kind of things will be taught in it? What kind of equipment will be in it? And the other big feature is learning elsewhere. Professor Stephen Heppel is investigating really what kind of education is going to go on both in and out of the classroom, at home, and young people using their own kinds of technology.
Are there any new show features to look out for?
A lot more training this year. What you'll find is a lot of the professional development is being carried out by professionals in the classroom. So we're not just talking about experts in inverted commas, we're talking about people who are really doing it on the ground. So teachers come here to find out what's available for them, but also to get their new ideas, and I think to be reassured that other people actually are doing these things that the government says they're supposed to be doing, and there are very simple ways of doing it. Still, we have a special needs feature. Early years is growing very much in technological terms. Very young children now using technology in nurseries.
Great, sounds like a very exciting show. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
BETT attracts thousands of visitors from around the globe. What will they be looking for at this year's show?
Specifically, we're looking for a remote weather station to put onto the school that the children can monitor.
Well, I work in innovation, so I've really come to look at new technologies and identify sort of new guidelines from the DCSF and Vector and people like that.
We're here from the National Maritime Museum, so we've come to look at different technologies that we might be able to use.
Well, I'm looking particularly for things to do with dyslexia, dyscalculia, that side of things.
Now, how do you inspire students of all ages to become better at maths? Well, BETT Award nominee Mathletics has got one solution. Steve, what is Mathletics?
Mathletics is a global community of children who play live, full curriculum and mental arithmetic racing games against each other. Basically, it utilises Flash and an internet connection to allow the children to connect in real time to play live maths games against each other.
And that's all over the world?
That's all over the world. Here we've got our full curriculum topics. We have actually subscribers right from reception to A level, so it goes right through the range.
Okay. Now, if we go to play live...
Yep, so we can actually play live against other children around the world by clicking Play Live Mathletics.
And these are people actually online now?
They're online now, so the game engine is loading, yep.
Wow. Okay.
We're going to start off today at level 1.
Nice and easy, that's what I like.
Nice
nice good.
And easy. And then we're going to hover on Find Me a Game. Once we click that, it'll start searching the world for someone who wants to play the game at the same time as us. Are we ready?
Yep,
What we're going to do is count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Click. So, this is us at the top, so it'll be our character. Okay?
Okay. And what's it doing now?
It's searching right around the world for someone who clicked at the split second that you did.
Wow.
Okay? We can play up to 3 other players from anywhere in the world.
Oh, and we can see them coming up here, can't
yes.
we? And obviously these are sat at a computer now
They're
doing the same sort of thing.
now in their home countries or in their schools.
Now it's counting down,
okay,
so do we have to...
we simply enter in the answer and press enter.
Enter.
And it's a 60-second race
to
see who can answer the most questions in those 60 seconds.
Right.
We can track our progress.
What if I get one wrong? Should I try one wrong?
Yeah, if you get 3 wrong, 3 wrong during it, it will actually strike out.
I'm going to bomb out here.
You're going to bomb out.
Right.
At the end of the game, we can see what questions we answered correctly, which ones we got wrong, our final score, and how everyone else we were playing against did.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
One company that's been here since year one of BETT is RM, and this year they've got their eyes firmly fixed on your slide presentations.
So Fuse Curator is a very easy to use software application that enables teachers and pupils to create very engaging activities on the computer without any programming knowledge or experience. Fuse Curator is very simple to use. It basically has two screens. It has one screen where you can create an interactive page, so this might be something like a drag and drop activity. And then it has a second screen which allows you to put together sequences of these pages in order to create either an activity to work on the screen or an assessment activity which is automatically marked and a report generated at the end. It can be interactive and adaptive, so that your path through the activities might depend on how you answer the question. So if you get a low score or high score in questions, it can reroute you through a different part of the sequence. So that makes it very valuable as a teaching tool. Once you've created the activities in Fuse Creator, you don't actually need the package to run the activity that you've created. You can put it on the web, so people can access it directly over the internet. You can put it in your school VLE or on your network or on a PC with a player.
This next product is out of this world, literally. So it's over to BETT Technologies to explain all.
Live posters are a unique marriage of print content and digital content, and the underlying technology allows that digital content to constantly update automatically. That content can range from space missions and data and images coming from the other side of the solar system to scientific experiments happening at the Large Hadron Collider or right in your backyard. Live posters are suitable for all ages of pupils and all key stages. They're even usable for school management information and for making student work visible. The sources of digital content can range from RSS feeds, which could be news feeds or information provided by the school, or it could be scientific information from publicly available scientific data, or it could be images from a school trip, announcements about the school, anything that requires a bit of contextualization with a printed poster.
One of the keynote speakers this year is Claire Johnson, Deputy Director of the Secondary National Strategies. She's witnessed over 25 years of technological changes in education, so I caught up with her before the show. Claire, you've seen many changes in ICT in education over the years. What's the most important technological change you've seen in 25 years?
Well, I started teaching with an acoustic coupler, a teleprinter and some paper tape. And the very first exciting thing was actually the first government initiative where we had a half-price computer for every school, and the BBC and the 380Z were born. And I think we thought we'd arrived at that point. But if I had to say the biggest technological change was the web and collaborative tools and personal computing.
I'm interested to know how today's teacher can get the most out of technology.
I think my hope is that the profession becomes much more involved in technology for their own sake, that they become users and consumers of technology, that they actually enjoy it. Not very many teachers are social networkers, for example, but I think that will grow and develop. And I would like to see them understanding how much it can do for them as learners, and therefore for them as leaders and teachers of learners.
Is there a danger, though, that pupils could become more technologically capable than their teachers?
I really don't want to think of it as a danger. I really want to think of it as an opportunity. I think we know an awful lot about how learners as teachers embed practice, and that actually a young person teaching you how to use something and talking to you about what they found somewhere is a really exciting way for us all to develop. And I think good teachers have always done that. They've always learnt from their students as students learn from each other, and that's how the thing pervades the whole of our practice. So please let's not think of it as a danger. It's got to be about an opportunity and an excitement.
Thank you, Claire. Excellent advice.
You're welcome.
Well, I have to apologise if the lighting level's a little bit low here, but this table surface is infrared sensitive and we couldn't use the camera lights. This is Smart Technologies' revolutionary smart table. And Christian, you're going to tell me a little bit about it. What is the technology behind it?
So this is the world's first multi-touch, multi-user table designed for education, the smart table. So it's an integrated system. We got a computer built in, we got a touch system built in, and this bright screen. And it's actually, as we said before, it's multi-touch, so we can work on this table together and move things around.
Okay, so lots of people can use it in one go. Okay. Does it come with any applications at all?
Yes, so let's just go back to the home screen out of this application. So this is our home screen where you can pick the applications you want to use.
Okay, and we've got multiple choice one here. Let's try that one.
As all the applications on the smart table, it's about collaborative learning. Two kids have to work together. So there's a clue in the middle. Maybe you want to read out the clue.
I build dams to make a safe home for myself.
And now we have to find the right labels and drop it on to this card. And we get the feedback that we did it right. Maybe we want to do it again. So this one says, I use big claws to dig up rodents. And you want to pick one?
Well, that's going to be the grizzly, I think.
All right, I'll try the wolf. So we didn't agree.
Right, okay.
So now it bounces back to where it came from and makes us talk to each other. And you have to convince me that yours is the right answer.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with that.
And then we can actually proceed to the next activity.
Now, can any of this be customized by teachers?
Yes, so actually you just have to save content that you prepared at home to a USB key that ships with the smart table. So you can use an application at home, create new content, save it to USB, and plug it into the side of the smart table, and it will synchronize the new content that you prepared at home, and you can use it in the classroom.
Amazing stuff. Well, I'm intrigued. I'm going to carry on with this quiz. So what we got? I think this is for you, isn't it? It's your wolf one this time.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Christian.
Thank you.
That's really interesting. With so much information freely available on the internet, there can be a temptation to plagiarise. Well, N Learning is promoting a tool to prevent this.
Turnitin shows the original student work and all of the matches that may have been found in the content database. So it will show you where the student may have taken work from on the internet or from other publications, and it produces a similarity index. All you need to run Turnitin is a browser, everything's done online, and the reports can be downloaded and printed and used for case processing or working with students in a formative way to teach them about good referencing and acknowledgement. So the process starts by students taking their work and either handing it into a tutor who will then load it into Turnitin, or they can load it into their own account. If they load it into their own account, Turnitin will produce an inbox. The tutor will then go into that inbox and look at all of the originality scores, which are color-coded for them, and they can pick on those which are perhaps higher than others. So if they're marked green, they might have very little plagiarized content in there, or if they're red, they could be anything up to 100% plagiarized. And they can look at those works against the originality scores.
Well, it wouldn't be BETT without robots, would it? And I'm here with a brand new one. He's called Rovio, this little fellow here, and Jane is going to tell me all about him. How does he work?
It's a mobile webcam. So it's Wi-Fi operated, it runs over a Wi-Fi router, and this is the image that we get back from it. It has lots of applications around the school because the kids can be in one classroom and looking at what's going on somewhere else in the school. It was designed by Mark Tilden, who was the designer on the original Mars rover project. So it's a real example of how technology is used in the world and in space around us. I see in the future that we'll be developing a programming environment for this device, so children will be able to program where it goes, when it goes, and things like that.
That sounds very exciting. Wish you the best of luck with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, that's it from the BETT show this year. We've had a fantastic day here at Olympia. Now, the show runs until Saturday, but in case you can't get here in person, then you can log on to www.teachers.tv/BETT for more show information. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next year. Bye-bye.